Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Charlie here with Surplus Systems. In today's video here, I want to kind of like help you guys out, talk to you guys about something that's I think is very, very important, right? Because you got the best scripts, you can be the most confident on the phone, but if people are not picking up the phone, you're never going to close the deals. Okay, so I noticed something probably over like the last month, so right. So my VA, he was making between 600 to 800 dials within a 4-hour shift. Okay. And what we was noticing was like, man, we doing a lot of dials, but we only getting like 6 pickups, 7 pickups, 8 pickups out of hundreds of dials. So like something gotta be off. Okay. So I went and did I went and did some research. I talked to some people that's in the telemarketing industry. I talked to some people that's in the that create different dialers, and they gave me some information that I definitely think is going to help you guys. So I wanted to share it with you. Okay. So look, if people are not picking up the phone, it's not your problem. Okay. Um, it's it's bigger than what you think it is. Right. So let's go through this. Okay. So most times, like when you're calling, if your number coming up as spam blocking, there's a couple of reasons why. Okay. The way you fix this is it's a caller ID issue. Okay. So typically what's happening is that when you're making these phone calls, the carriers are the ones that identify if they want to push that call through or not, right? And one thing the carriers can actually do is they can actually just start pushing your number whenever they see your number as a call ID, just start pushing it to the voicemails, right? So if you're noticing, like, man, I'm not getting people on the phone, I'm getting a lot of voicemails, or if you're noticing, man, I'm making a whole bunch of calls, but no one is calling me back, right? That's because most likely the carriers are blocking your number from getting through to the person that you actually calling. Okay. Now, here's some things that's most likely being blocked by the carriers, right? When you make your phone calls, like I said, they are analyzing when you make those phone calls in real time. They determine if they want to push those through, or they filter your number as spam. Okay. Or prospects are hitting a button on their cell phone where they even blocking it or label you as blocked. Okay. Those things are possible. And that's a big reason why you could possibly not be able to get in touch with people. Okay. Like I said, we was doing hundreds of calls and like no one picking up the phone. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Right. So yeah, that's what I noticed. Now, here's the thing. You're looking like spam, even though you're legit. Okay. Couple things I want you to think about. Number one, make sure you are using registered phone numbers, right? So if you're doing outreach and things like that, using CRMs or whatever, make sure you're using a phone that's actually registered with the A to P. Okay. The second thing they looking at is high volume. Like if you're making hundreds of calls from one phone number, that's automatically going to flag you, right? Because they see that, okay, this person is making all these phone calls with this one caller ID. So, hey, that's flag it. Okay. Make sure your brand is identified. So, within whatever CRM you in, there are ways for you to put your brand on the caller ID. So that way, that also shows to carriers that, hey, I'm legit, push my number through. Okay. Or inconsistent behavior, right? You making hundreds of calls, and it's not consistent on when you're doing it, when you're not doing it, things like that. Okay. Now, here's how you clean up your reputation. Okay. Number one, make sure you register with the A to P. This is huge. What I'm finna tell you right now. Rotate between 3 to 5 phone numbers. Okay. If you do that, then you keep the carriers off of just focusing on one phone number, and this will allow you to kind of like expand your phone numbers out a little bit, right? So instead of 100 numbers on one phone number, you spread it out across multiple numbers. Okay, so that will keep you off the carrier's radar. All right. Another thing, if you are going to use one phone number, try to keep your volume down to between, I say, 50 to 100 dials. Okay, if you do that, you're going to be fine. Okay, but if you're noticing that your contact rate is not high, what I mean by contact rate is people actually picking up the phone, regardless if it's the right number or the wrong number, but people are picking up the phone and having some type of interaction with you. Okay. If you notice that that's really, really down, I highly recommend you change your phone number. Okay. The third thing I probably encourage you to do is local presence dialing, right? So what this is let's say I have a phone number I bought and it's in a 414 area code, right? But let's say I call someone out in Florida, it's automatically going to match my caller ID to that area code in Florida, right? So whatever platform you're using, make sure you have access to local presence, okay? Now, here's how you can stay off the radar, okay? Manage your call volume, vary your approach, okay? Choose different times where you're going to reach out and things like that, okay? Try texting before you're calling, and then make sure there are third party apps that you can register with to make sure that your number doesn't show up as spam. Okay. Now, like I was saying before, you don't have a pickup problem, you have a trust problem, right? The answer rate going to improve, like your answer rate is going to increase, right? It typically this setup can take 2 to 4 weeks. That's if you don't know what you're doing. If you do know what you're doing, it can be done in 48 hours. All right. So if you guys are noticing you have a low pickup rate, feel free to book a call with me. I can help you set up an entire plan so that way your pickup rate can be extremely high. Okay. If you are already a Surplus Systems customer, just shoot me an email. I'll book a one-on-one call with you, and then we'll get you set up and squared away so that way your contact rate can go up a little bit higher. Right. If you're not a Surplus One customer and you use any other platform or CRM out there and you love it, awesome, keep it. But if you need help getting anything set up, anything automated, getting this configured, right? Because a lot of y'all get frustrated, like, look, I'm making the calls, I'm dialing, no one's answering the phone. The business doesn't work. Look, the business work. You just have to change your approach a little bit and start putting different systems and tools in place so you can increase your contact rate. So then you can start having more conversations. And number three, that's automatically going to build confidence for you because you get more reps in, right? Like my VA was making hundreds of calls and no pickup rate. So there's really nothing for me to train him on because no one's picking up the phone and there's no data of him having conversations. Okay. So look, guys, I hope this helps. I think if you guys implement this, you're going to increase your contact rate, which is going to allow you to close more deals. All right. But hey, this is Charlie with Surplus Systems. If you're new to the business, check the links down below. I got some free stuff for you. And guess what? I'm out.